Well, Rocco, that was quite an ending there, which was, a great way to cap off a great road trip. And this game was a bit of a nail biter there, but that throw from Eddie, what a way to end this thing.
Yeah, it was. I think it was a perfect way to end the game. It was a phenomenal throw, obviously strong, accurate, at as big of a moment as we've had all year long in any game. And it was it was a great way to cap just a phenomenal baseball game all the way around. I think there were two really good teams out there that were playing really good baseball, and there was a lot of good to point to all around the field on both sides, and we're happy to be where we're at, and happy Eddie could make that play.
And the decision to pinch hit with Astudillo there, that's one of those decisions that can come back to haunt you or can make you look like a genius. And this one tonight obviously paid off. What was the thought process behind it, and did you kind of take a big sigh of relief when it did pay off?
Well, those spots, they're never easy, and there's never a right answer or a wrong answer, and you basically weigh a lot and try to do what you think is right. And we have a lot of different guys that can do a lot of different things on our team. And in that spot, obviously, we're facing a guy that has tremendous stuff and misses a ton of bats, and we have a guy that has a chance to put the ball in play against almost anyone. And Willie has that really unique ability to hit pitches that almost nobody else in the game can get a barrel on, and he does it regularly. And you don't know if it's going to work out. You just try to give yourself a good chance, a fighting chance. And the pitcher on the mound, tough. He's a tough guy. In a situation like that, he's going to get a lot of expansion in the zone, both up and down. And Willie went up there. He took all those pitches early in the at bat, which is making us all kind of look around like, what is going on right now? Where are we? But he comes through, and he actually, I don't know if I should even say this or not, he actually said before he went up there, he said something along the lines of, I'm going to hit a base hit to right field. And he can, he's not making it up out of the sky. He knows what he can do, and that's what he can do.
And this whole thing started with Martin Perez having a great bounce back considering his last outing. How great was it to see him have such a big night, especially in this ballpark against this lineup?
Yeah, Martin was great. He was in the zone. He used all of his pitches. It seemed like he used his fastball a decent amount today, and he pitched well with it. I think he located it well, and he pounded the zone, and he forced them to swing the bats, and he missed a bunch of barrels. And I thought he looked great. And we look at swings and misses, and we look at strikeout. He threw quality pitches, throughout, and that's clearly visible, based on the kind of contact that they had. That's a really good lineup, and he went through it as efficiently as you could ever ask for. It was a very impressive start, and not an easy call either, taking him out of the game where he's at in that game. And those really close competitive games in the middle innings are probably the most difficult decisions, because you got guys that are out there throwing the ball well at times, just like Martin tonight. But we just, you have to make a call at some point, and we got our relievers in there. They threw the ball great too.
We've talked about Eddie hitting in the clutch before, but what is it that makes him kind of built for those big moments like that?
Well, he doesn't second guess himself in any way. He's not hesitant in any way. He's not scared of anything. And sometimes when big moments come up, people can get they're big moments. They're dramatic. There's anxiety. There's stress. There's a lot of things happening at once. But when those moments come up, Eddie's looking for greatness, and doesn't mean you're always going to get the job done. No one does. No one does that. But he's prepared to do anything he has to do in those moments. Where if he's at bat, he might sell out on some pitches. He's not going to be afraid and hedge. He's not hedging in any way, whether he's taking swings or making a play like he made tonight. Out there in left field.
What did you think of Cave's diving catch?
Well, I kind of got a kind of an odd view from it, because I was looking at something as the play was kind of began. It was a phenomenal play. He closed on the ball exceptionally well. I think that was it was just a great catch, and in a game where we needed great plays to eventually get the win.
Having played in this ballpark yourself and knowing just how tricky different parts of the outfield can be, how much do those two plays stand out to you, Eddie's play and Cave's play, just given the location within Fenway?
Yeah, I think this is the most difficult outfield to play in baseball. None that I've seen is even close, and there's an awkwardness to the entire field. There's, the way that you grew up playing baseball doesn't apply when you walk out onto the Fenway Park outfield. And our guys, we don't play here very often, and it didn't seem to affect our guys at all. And it's really impressive because it takes adjustment making, it takes paying attention, and using your time before the game to the best of your ability. It forces all of our staff to really work when you walk in the door here to do everything we can to help our players, and our guys responded really well.
I know you love hearing facts that you may not have been aware of. This is the first 8-2 road trip for this team since June of 1991. How great was it to have this team succeed? Especially when we talked about before the game, a bunch of different guys, even some new guys, chipping in all week.
It was a great trip. I mean, it was a wonderful trip all the way around, offensively, defensively, the way that we had to win games in many different ways. I think it just shows everyone, shows ourselves a little bit, just what we are capable of. We probably played some games on this trip unlike any other games we've played this year, both in feel and basically the way it played out on the field. So I think it was a great learning experience, but also great to go out there and get wins.